So my first question for you guys is that, do you guys know what data is? Write the answer in the chat box. I want everyone answer. What do you guys think what data is? Okay, right, Sahiti. Good. Yeah, right. Right, Sanjuti. Right. Right, Himanshu. Right. Dhaneshwar, if I'm pronunciating your name right. Collection of information, collection of information. Good. Mm-hmm. So people are answering. That's a good thing. Right, Vishali. Good, good, everyone. So, data is a piece of information that we can record. Okay. So, it's a piece of information that you guys can record. It can either be number, it can be words, it can be picture, or anything else. Get it? Piece of information that you can record. It can be numbers, it can be pictures, it can be words, or anything else. Do you guys get it? What data is? Write yes in the chat box if yes. Okay. So we have mainly two type of datas. First one is structured and second one is unstructured. So structured data is the data that is in the form of rows and columns. Means the data that is in the form of tables is structured and the data that is not in the form of tables is unstructured. Is this clear? Is this clear to everyone? Okay. If anybody want me to repeat it, I'll do. Just right now, I'll repeat the thing again. If anybody want me to repeat it. Okay, so I think no one wants that. So let's move towards second thing that is database. So what is database, everyone? What is database? So database, right, Sujuti, right, Drishti. So database is something where you store your data. It's like a container where you store your data. Different type of data is stored in different container, means different databases. So no, not collection of data. It's a storage house of data where we store our data. Yeah, that's true, Himanshu, you are right. So what is database? It's a storage for our data. We store our data here. Get this, everyone? So we have two type of databases. Oh, I'll share the recording with you guys in the group itself, so you don't need to record. I'll share you the recording today itself before 12 p.m. So we have two type of databases. One is relational and other is non-relational. So the relational database is the database in which you store structured data. What you store? Structured data. And what you guys think what then non-relational database will be? What do you guys think? Try to guess and answer me in the chat box. Rightful, where you store unstructured data. Store unstructured data. Now let us move toward why we need databases. So we need databases because it helps us to manage large data. It helps us to store large data. Yeah, it helps us to store data, large data or anything. And we can easily update our data with the help of it. We can easily update our data. It makes our data secure, security of our data. And our last point is data integrity. What do you guys think what data integrity is? Anybody know what data integrity is? What do you guys think what data integrity is? Right. So data integrity makes sure that my data is accurate. What it makes sure? My voice is not clear. Is my voice clear? Hello? Okay. So what data integrity does, it makes sure that my data is accurate. Now I am asking you one question. Write what database is and what type of database we have. Write that in the chat box. Yeah, we can easily update our data with the help of databases. No, I'm asking what is database and what are the type of databases we have. That is my question. Right now, I taught you that, so I want everyone answer. No, guys, I'm asking what is database? Tell me the definition that I told you just now. Yeah, right, Kamlesh, these are the types, but I'm also asking what is database? Yeah, right, Drishti. Yeah, storage of what? Yeah, it's a storage house of data. Good, 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 good. So, and how many type of databases we have? Good. So let's move forward then. I'll provide you the notes, but the best thing that you guys can do is take your copy with yourself and try to note these things because I am teaching everything in very small things. So you guys can also write down what I'm writing down. Okay. I'll provide you notes, but want you guys to write also because by writing, you will get more interactive with our class. So let's talk about second thing that is database management system. Right, Vishali? See here, guys. So before that, I want to tell you one thing. As a user, I can't directly interact with my database. I can't interact with my database directly. What I have to do is, I can't interact with my database directly. I have to interact with my database management system first. And then this database management system will help me to interact with my database. Repeating again, I can't interact with my database directly. I have to interact with database management system first, and then this database management system will help me to interact with my databases. So what is database management system? It's a software application to interact with my database that help me to interact with my database. It's a software application that help me to interact with my database. Yeah, I'll provide you the recording session after this class. Like after 2 or 3 hours, you will get the recording. So do you guys get this? What database management system is? What is database management system? Yeah, software application. Write the full answer, Hindu. Yeah, it helps us to interact with the databases. And what it is? It's a software application. Right now, which database management system I'm using? I'm using Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. It's my database management system in which I'm writing right now. Right. I'll tell you about uh, relational database management system also. So we have two type of database management systems. One is relational and other one is non-relational. And other one is non-relational. So for relational, we have examples like Oracle, MySQL, and the one that I am using, Microsoft SQL Server. It is also relational database management system. MS SQL, Microsoft SQL Server, Postgre. So these are the example of relational database management system. And for non-relational, we have MongoDB. So do you guys get that? What I am using right now? What is Microsoft SQL Management Studio is? Yeah, all of these are in tables, or in them, data is in the form of tables only. Tell me what is Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio is? Is it a database or is it a database management system? Kunal, why you are writing database? Sijuti is also writing database. So listen, guys, again, who have problem in that. So we can't interact with our database directly. We have to interact with database management system first, which is a software application. And then this will help us to interact with our database. So here I'm using which software application? I'm using Microsoft SQL Server. It is my database management system. Get it? The one who has written database. Sijuti and one more guy have written that. I don't remember. So I think you guys get that. So can I move forward? So let's move forward. Now let us talk about SQL or SQL. So the full form of SQL is Structured Query Language. So it's a programming language that help me to interact with my relational database management system or relational database. So it's a programming language that help me to interact with relational database management system. Do you guys get it? What SQL is? So as a user, as I told you, we can't directly interact with our database. We have to interact with database management system first. And to interact with my database management system, I need some programming language, right? I need something to talk to my database management system, right? Right? Yes or no? I need something to talk to my database management system, right? So the programming language that I use to talk to my relational database management system is SQL. Get it, everyone? To talk to my relational database management system, I need some language. So the programming language that I use to talk to that is SQL. So write in the chat box what SQL is. Not the full form, not the full form. I'm not talking about the full form. No, Drishti is not the software, it's a language. Drishti, you get it? What wrong you did? To to talk to my software, I need some language, right? To talk to my software application, I need some language. And if that software application is relational database management system, then that language with the help of which I'll talk to my relational database management system is SQL. Do you get it, Drishti? SQL is not relational database. It's a language. Relational database is what where we store structured data. It's not database. SQL is not database. Guys, don't get confused. It's not database management system. It's a language With the help of what we will talk to our database management system. And that database management system is relational database management system. Okay, tell me how many of you get confused between database management system, and SQL. Are you guys facing any confusion in these three terms that I'm talking about? Because many people are writing that SQL is database management system. What is SQL? Tell me, everyone. Is it a language or is it a database management system? It's a language with the help of what we will talk to our relational database management system. And tell me which database management system is Microsoft SQL Server is. Right, right. If I want to talk to my Microsoft SQL Server, which language will I use? Right. I think you guys are not confused anymore. Yeah, it's a programming language that helped me to communicate. Where you want to use other language? No, you have to use SQL to interact with your relational database here that we will talk about. So, so I'm moving forward. So you guys have to tell me. Many people say SQL and many people say SQL, SEQUEL. So which pronunciation is right? Is it SQL or is it SQL? You might have heard many times, right? So people are writing SQL and many people are writing both also. Many people are writing SQL also. Ganesh has written the right answer. So yeah, so let me tell you the full form first. So the full form of SQL, what is the full form of SQL, everyone? I just told you. What is the full form of SQL? Tell me. Structured query language. And the full form of SQL, SEQUEL, is structured English query language. Language. So before telling which one is right, I have to tell you the history. So before in 1970, one scientist was there. His name was E.F. Cord. He theoretically explained relational model. He theoretically explained relational model. Then later on, IBM implemented it practically and named it as SQL, SEQUEL, Structured English Query Language. And then we guys shorten it and name it as SQL. Get it? So both of the pronunciation is right. You can talk anything. You can say SQL, you can write SQL also. Just old version was SQL and now we used to say SQL. Just we shorten its name. Okay, everyone, is this clear? Okay. Now let us talk about SQL properties. So first property is it's a domain specific language. Why you guys think that it is a domain specific language? Try to guess. Why you think it's a domain specific language? Because it is only related to which database management system? Tell me. Yeah, because we can only use SQL in relational database management system to interact with relational databases. So that's why it's a domain specific language. Get it, everyone? Get the first point? Now, second point is declarative language. So it's a declarative language. So what is declarative language? Let me tell you first. So we have two type of languages. One is declarative and other is procedural. So what is declarative language? For example, let me give you one example for that. In this language, we tell what we want, but we won't tell how it should be prepared. But don't tell how it should happen or prepared. Should happen. So let me give you an example so that you can get it and you will get to know how it's a declarative language when you start writing the syntax. So let me tell you what declarative language is with the help of a very easy example. For example, you went in a cafe, okay? In that cafe, you order a piece of a pastry or a piece of a cake. Do you tell them, you just tell them that you want a vanilla cake or a strawberry cake or a red velvet cake, right? You don't tell them that how it should be prepared. You don't tell them the method of preparation, like how much maida you should add them, how much sugar you should add in that pastry or a cake, right? Are you guys able to understand what I'm talking about? So, similarly, the language in which we tell what we want, but we don't tell how it should be prepared, is declarative language. Get it? And whereas procedural language is the language where, right, where we tell what we want and we also tell how it should be prepared and also tell how it should be prepared. So SQL is a declarative language that way. We tell what we want, but we don't tell how it should happen, how it should be prepared. And the example of procedural languages, PLSQL, if you ever heard about it. PLSQL. So is this clear? Do you guys get it? What declarative language is? Write in the chat box what declarative language is. Okay, so someone is asking what domain specific means. So domain specific means related to one domain. So SQL is only related to relational database management system. It is related to only one domain. That's why it's a domain specific language. Get it, everyone? Right, right. So I think this much is clear. So I'm asking one question from you guys, and I want answer from everyone. And this question is asked in interviews also. Tell me the difference between SQL and MySQL. Give me the answer. I'm giving you 2 minutes to answer that and then send me to the chat box. You have the access to that. So Sahiti has answered me. Good, Sahiti. Good, Sajuti. If I'm pronouncing your name wrong, pardon me. I'm sorry for that. Language and database. Kunal, what you have written, I'm not getting. So SQL. Kamlesh, no. MySQL is not database. It's a database management system. Database and database management system both are different things. MySQL is application. Yeah, it's a software application and SQL is a language. Good. So SQL is a MySQL. SQL is a data. Ganesh, SQL is not database management system. It's a language with the help of what you can interact with your relational database management system. It's a language. It's a programming language, not database management system. Good Drishti, good Ganesh. So many people has answered me. If you guys have answered me wrong, no problem. Try to revise these things again so that you can get a clear view of it. So let me tell you again. So MySQL is a relational database management system, whereas SQL is a language. It's a programming language. With the help of what you can interact with your relational database management system. Language with the help of what you can interact with your of what you can interact with relational database management system. So to talk to my relational database management system, the language that I use is SQL. Is this clear to everyone? Anyone have any confusion in anything? So, okay. Yeah, Indu, you are right. So I'm moving forward. So now let us create a database. Let us create a database. We can just write the queries inside our database management system, inside our relational database management system. I'll tell you after writing how can we create a database by using SQL. I'll tell you. So to create a database, we will just write a very simple syntax, create database, and then the database name that you want to give. So right now I'm giving my database name as, let me give it as, what name I should give? Let me see if I don't. So let's name my here is, yeah, I can give Pragya, I can give Data City, though they are, I have just reused them. So I have to use something that I haven't used before. So I'm using A class because this is the one database that I haven't used. So first you will write create, then database, then the database name. So you can see here, if I want to give space, I can't give the space. I have to give the this. Okay? Do you guys get it? Because I can't give the space here. If I give the space, guys, what will happen? My SQL server will not interact. What I am going to write is the name I am writing, or I am writing something that is syntax. So that's why we have to write the underscore if I want to give the space. If you want to give one more space, then you will write the underscore again, and then you can write one. Okay? Yeah, these are all predefined databases that I have created before in my other classes. So that's why. So after selecting it, I'll go to the execute button. I'll just click over there. So you can see command completed successfully. No, it's not case sensitive. You can make this thing small, big, anything. You can write it in capital form also. It's not case sensitive, everyone. Okay? Are these clear? Now I want you guys to create a database with your name. If your name is, for example, Pragya, so write create database Pragya underscore Rathi. With your full name, I want. Full name Sahiti, so that I can see you will get to know how can you manage with the space. And it's not case sensitive. You can make any letter big or small. Raja tried to full syntax. I want Redmi 9. I want the full syntax. You haven't tried create database thing. So Nilesh, many people has written. Good, good everyone. Column names? Oh no, I'm not talking about creating a table, Ganesh. I'm not talking about creating table. I'm talking about creating database. You have to create a database without creating a table, right? Before creating a table. राइट जनन जो भी है अपना. So, so shall I move forward if this clear to everyone? Right, right, Srinivas. Okay. So are you guys able to understand everything? Do you guys feeling like are you guys don't I think you guys are not getting bored. So let's see how can we use our database. We have created a database, but we have to use it also, na? So to use our database, what we have to do, you just have to write use and then the database name that we have written. Yeah, this is right, Neil. But put you have to put the semicolon, not the sign that you put. So to use the database, we have created a database. Now let me tell you how to use it. So to use it, just write use and then the database name, class 1. And then I'll just select it and I'll execute it. So command completed successfully. Not the database. After that, after use, you just have to write the database name. You don't have to write the database word. Not like that you have to do. You just have to write the database name. Get it, everyone? You have created a database before. Now tell me how can you use it in the chat box. Use the database that you have created before. Right, Drishti. Use the database that you have created before. Right, 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 right. Henry, Ganesh, everyone is right now. Very few people has answered me why. Right, Nilesh. Good, good, good. So, okay, I'm moving. Is the name of data? No, it's not also case sensitive. You can like make it capital also. Okay, it's not case sensitive. I still can run it. Okay, Drishti? Good, Vaishali. So now I have used my database. Now I'll create a table in which I can store my data. Okay. Now I'll create a table inside which I can store my data. To create a table, no, a very little difference is there in syntax, not that much. I'll tell what the difference you will face. Till now, you don't have any difference. Okay. So now let us create a table. So before creating a table, you should know about data types. So what is data type? Tell me what is data type first. No, no, not primary data. I'm saying what is data type with the word that what you are getting. If you just see, it's written in English. What data type will be? Try to guess. Yeah, type of data. Type of data. Very good. Type of data that you are storing inside your table. So what is data type? Type of data. I'm not talking about the different type of data types that you have. So the first data type that I have is varchar. Yeah, Parth, you are right. So let me explain so that everybody who don't even know, they also get it. Okay. So what is varchar? So varchar is used to store string values. String values. So for example, I want to store Pragya. So I can store Pragya in my varchar. If I want to store Pragya 1, 2, 3 like that, I can store in inverted commas. Do you guys get it what varchar is? It is used to store what? It is used to store string values. Write in the chat box what varchar does. So let me move forward. Yeah, type of data that you are storing inside your table, right, Ganesh? So char is also used to store string values. So what is string? Like both are used to store string values. So when we have to use when, that the confusion you will face. So now the question arises, what's the difference between var char and char? So for example, I'm giving you some example, like strings can be anything. Strings can be like uh, alphabets or some numbers that you put in inverted commas. Okay. So I was telling you about the varchar and char. See here. So the both are used to store string values. See this. This is also asked in interviews, everyone. So try to focus here. So when to use when? So varchar is used to store variable length string. What I mean by variable length string. And char is used to store fixed length string. I'll tell you what I mean by both. So if I use char 10, for example, and then I store inside that, I store pragya. So how many letters I have inside pragya? Like how many letter pragya consist of? Kindly answer me the things that I am asking. I know you guys are very intelligent, so you know everything before. So how many letters does pragya consist of? It consists of 6 letters, right? So how many letters are left? How many letters are left now? Four. 4 letters are left. But if even I store something that consists of 6 letter or 5 letter or any letter, char will still take the space of 10 letters. If I used char 10, if I use char 20, it will take the space of 20 letters. Get it, everyone? What char does? That's why it's a fixed length string. It will take the space of the letters that you put inside it. Fixed length string. And if I use varchar, which is a variable length string, varchar 10, if I'm storing pragya, pragya consists of 6 letters. So it will take the space of 6 letters only. So that's why it's a variable length string. Getting, everyone? Do you get the difference? So when can you use char? You can use char while storing your phone number, because mostly phone number is of 10 digits, right? So you can use char there because it consists of fixed length strings, right, everyone? And you can use varchar to store name, because mostly name, like the letters of name in everybody's name is different. Yeah, Aadhaar card. Good. So now the question arises why we need to use char for fixed length strings, right? Because char is little bit faster than varchar. It's faster than varchar. Get it, everyone? Do you get the both difference that I just told you? Okay. Answer me. What's the difference between char and varchar? Both the difference that I told you in the chat box. I want both the difference that I told you. The difference between char and varchar. Yeah, good, Ganesh. Yeah, it will not have left any padded space. Only one answer. Okay, okay. I said both the difference I want. Tell me the second difference also. Good, Ganesh. Second difference also. That char is faster than varchar. I want that difference also. I just told you. Though I want you guys to answer me, but still. Good, 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 good. So now I think these two are clear to everyone. So now let us talk to our. Okay, Nilesh want me to explain it again. So Nilesh, hear me there. So if I use char 10, what 10 means here? 10 means the maximum length that I can use. You can use char 20, you can use char 30, you can use char 100 according to your choice. Nilesh, answer me yes or no. Do you get this much? What char 10 means here? Okay. You have to use bracket. Inside that, I'm writing the maximum letters it can consist of. So char 10 means it can consist of maximum 10 letters. So Nilesh, I am looking for your answer. So if I use char 10 and inside that I used pragya. So pragya consists of 6 letters. So what char 10 will do? Char 10 will still take the space of 10 letters and it will give 4 padded space that are left. So what? It will still take the space of 10 letter no matter if you store anything that is smaller than it. Space of 10 letters. Then we have varchar. What varchar does, if I use varchar 10 and inside varchar 10, I store pragya again. So it will only take the space of 6 letters. So that's why it's a variable length string. Well length. And char is faster than varchar, a little bit faster than varchar. Any confusion to anyone? Write yes or no in the chat box. If you have any confusion, tell me. Nilesh, Nilesh, you asked me this question. Okay. Okay. So I'm moving forward to my next data type, which is int. So int is used to store integers. What are integers? What are integers, everyone? You have learned about it in maths also when you were in class 6th or 5th. Yeah, numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. So int is used to store integers. Fourth is our float. So float is used to store decimal values. Decimal like 1.2, 2.345, like that. So float is used to store. Yeah, I'll explain, Ganesh. So then we have date. So what date is used for? Then we have time also. Tell me what date is used for, everyone. So date is used to store date. Time is used to store time. And date and time is used to store both date and time. And you have to keep in like which format you will write. So if you want to store any date in your SQL server, so you will write first year, then you will write month, then you will write day. Okay. Tell me the data types that I just told you. Tell me the data types that I just explained it to you. Boolean is used to store 0 and 1. These are the mostly used data types. Timestamp is also used to store date and time. I just told you the mostly used data types. I want all the 7 data types that I just told you. Yeah. Yes, Senthil. Varchar 2 is also used for storing variable and string. Who was asking me? I don't remember. Kindly answer me, everyone, what I am asking. Tell me what are the data types that I just told you. Only few people has answered me. So Ganesh was asking me, I guess. He has written what is varchar 2, what is varchar 2. So varchar 2 is also used to store string values, variable string values. So it is same as varchar. And varchar 2 is used in Oracle. And varchar is supported by other database management systems too, like MySQL, Microsoft that I'm using. Okay, Ganesh, do you get it? Yes. Any confusion to anyone in anything? So can I move forward? Okay. So let us talk about, so let's create a table with the help of data types. Then I'll tell you about constraint also. So let us create a table first. So create table. So I'm creating a table, create table, and then I'll write the table name. So I'm writing class table. So I'm creating a class table. Inside that, first I will write the column that I want to have. So I want to have a ID column. So ID is of which data type? ID is of which data type? What kind of a data you will store in ID if I want to store it like 1, 2, 3 like that. So int, good. Then I want to store name. Name is of which data type? Varchar. Char, why you guys are using char? Char is used for fixed length string. Is the number of letters in name are same for everyone? Is the number of letters same for everyone? The one who has written char, Vishali. Vishali, I'm asking you. Can you please answer me in the chat box? Yeah, that's why varchar, cause it's a variable length string. The number of letters in everybody's name is different. So I'm using varchar and I'm using varchar 15. Then I want to have, let's have, what else we can have it? Let's have phone number. So phone number is of which data type? Okay, so inside char, what I have to write? How many digits of phone number? Like, yeah, int can also be there. 10. Good. Then I want to have date of birth. So date of birth is of which data type? Date, date. Good, good, good. So you can use date or you can use date time. It's your choice. I'm using date time because I just want to show you what date time is. You can use timestamp also. Timestamp is also used to store date and time. And then we have, okay, I want to have the salary. So salary is of which data type? My salary is in decimal format. My salary is in decimal format, everyone. Yeah, you can use int also, Ganesh. For uh, for phone number, you can use int also, Ganesh. So float. So is this clear? So I am running this table. Command completed successfully. If I want to see how my table is looking like, if I want to see my whole table, so I'll use select and I want to select everything. So I'll use star. Star means selecting everything. After from, I'll choose my table. So what's my table name? Class. Right, Ganesh. So I'll execute it. So this is the table that I created. Now I want you guys to create one table yourself. Yeah, right, sorry. Select star. Star means everything from and then the table name. I want you guys to create one table yourself. Create a table with your name with anything and try to add as much column as you can to show me the data types as you can use. So, are you guys getting it? I am saying create a table and then put the columns and use these data types that I have used right now. Use every data type, char, var, int, float, and date time. So I'm waiting for 2 minutes for everyone answer. I know. No, star means here selecting star. Here select star means selecting everything. Okay, Ganesh. I want to see my whole table, so that's why I'm selecting everything from my table from class. So how many of you are trying to create a table? So Kaja has answered me. So let me see. Name back at 20. Okay, so one mistake has done by you. See here. I don't know what's your name. I think it's Kaja only that I can see here. So here you can see that you put int in bracket. You don't need to put the bracket. No need to put the bracket, everyone. You can put the bracket, it's your choice, but don't need to put it. You just need to put the bracket when you are writing the number, or like this 15, 10, like that. So I think you get this. So let me remove if you get your. So now Vaishali has also created name varchar 50, day, birth date. Good Vaishali. Then Sinjuti has also created employee ID, name varchar. Good. Salary. Good. Decimal is also a data type. Phone number char 10. So create table, right? Roll number int. Then KK has also varchar, date of birth, English marks, integer, science marks, float. So right, you are also right. KK, I don't know your name. So create table, employee, ID int, and then salary money. So data type you have to write salary is of float, because salaries are always on like decimal values, can be in decimals also, na? So for salary you will use float, Prashant, but you did a good job. And decimal, that's also right. And everything else is right. So create table Himanshu, S number, name varchar, char 4. Okay, so Himanshu, you forgot to put the brackets. Like after char 4 also you haven't put the bracket. After date of birth, date time also you have intensive written, na? You didn't put the like comma. You forgot to put the commas. Are you getting Himanshu? Right? Yes or no if you are getting what I am trying to tell you. So I was at Himanshu. So then Drishti, name, phone number, Aadhaar number, experience. See, Srishti, after float, you have written a comma. Float, experience is your last column, right? So you don't need to put the comma after that. After your last column, you don't need to put the comma. Then, by the way, good. You also did a good job. Then ID number, date of birth, right, Senthil. Then Ganesh. Okay, where, date time, salary, float. Good, Ganesh. Then create table, salary, name. Good. See, Andrew, you did a mistake. After cat 5, you forgot to close your bracket. You forgot to close your bracket. Let me tell you. So here you have opened your bracket, right? This is opening bracket. You haven't closed it. You closed your 15 bracket, but you haven't closed the create table 1 bracket. Good. You also did a good job, by the way. And then create table. So varchar, Neil. So Nilesh, why after varchar you put Neil and then you put double commas? So is it by mistake? And then char, after char you put some random digits? No, it's wrong. Nilesh, it's wrong. See, you don't have to write the values here. For inserting values, you have to use insert option that I'll tell you afterward. But to create a table, just create a table, then your column name, then data type, then column 2 name, then data type, then column 3 name, then data type, like that it will go. Are you able to get it, Nilesh? Then, okay, Ganesh, you can leave. Have a good day. Good teacher. See, Saurabh, you haven't used close and opening bracket. After table name, you have to open the bracket and you have to close it also. Okay? Let's try to like create one table yourself also so that you can get to know. So you have to use open and close bracket after writing the table name. Only that mistake you did, I guess. And number, it's not number, it's char 10, not number 10. And other things are right. So you guys did a very fabulous job. So I think for today, this much is enough. If I teach more, then you will forget these things also. So you guys did a very good, you being a very good student today. So I'm just stopping this right now. I'm pausing this recording.